Hey everyone, it's part two of pea planting. So yesterday I talked about the bed preparation, and I had discussed just the fact that I had put horse manure and some spent mushroom compost on the top of the bed. So after that I rotavated the whole bed, so you can see down here it's all cultivated, and then I put up the trellising for the peas. It's just some sheep wire, and then I've driven in some stakes. You can get untreated stakes and just treat the bottoms of them with linseed oil, so you don't have to buy the treated stakes. And that'll give you longevity. You know, they'll do about 5 or 6 years. So for peas, now there's different ways of doing it. You can start them in seed trays indoors a little bit early and then transplant them out. So, and that works just fine. I just find it's another job that on the list of endless jobs to do. So I kind of wait a little bit longer, and usually the first or second week of April I direct sow outside. So once the ground is warm enough and you know it has dried out, you can direct seed outdoors. And for this, you can do it in double rows, and if you decide to do 2 rows per bed, you would space them at probably about 70 centimetres apart, a little over 2 feet. Or you can do a single row down the middle of the bed, and that's the way I usually do it, because you can see bed number 2 here. I'll stagger the sowings, and then I'll put a second sowing in about another 3 weeks in the other bed there. So for the single row down the centre, actually what I do is I stagger it between either side of the trellis, so that all the plants are not on one side where they fall over. So you can see here, it's about 2 inches apart you can do the seeds, and you can see here they're sort of staggered. I go the whole way down, and then I'll come back and just push them down about 1.5 inches or that into the ground. And that's kind of it for peas. That's the basics of plant or sowing peas. And just one thing to note, that we've all noticed this year that the seed companies have kind of shut down because they're inundated with orders. So this is another reason to emphasize the importance of seed saving and saving some of your own seeds. And peas are a great crop, very easy to save the seeds of peas. They're self-pollinating, so for the most part they won't cross. And if you just let the peas ripen on the vine, and once they turn brown and they dry, you can just pick them, bring them inside, put them in a paper bag, and then you'll have your peas for next year. So it's definitely a crop that are very easy to save the seeds from. Yep, and that's it for now.